Is this y'all's first time to Austin?
Yes.
Yes, it is. First time to Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
It's a pretty cool festival, right? Have you guys heard about it before?
I had not, no.
I'd not heard of this festival, but I knew that Austin was definitely a cultural hub, tech, film, music, everything, and very excited to come check it out. Yeah, totally.
Tell us a little bit about what drew you to this show.
Well, I worked with Sam and Chris on a show called Deception a few years ago and just had a blast with them. And when I saw their names attached to this and read it and fell in love with the characters, basically the journey was on to try to be a part of it in any way I could. And luckily we found a way to make that happen. So I just love the fact that it's dark and funny at the same time. Yeah, the characters are hard on the exterior, a lot of them, but also they have soft centers, hearts. You know what I mean?
I bet that's the hard part, right? Is kind of being like off camera, you're you, and then all of a sudden you got to tough it out and be this completely different person.
Yeah.
I guess
she
I don't know.
carries a switchblade, so.
No, I do not. I do not.
No,
I do not.
right.
Oh, I mean, no. I think it's a good balance of like,
Yeah.
you're trained for that. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of just being able to go on and off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us more about your character on the film.
Danny is a New York detective. She's an addict. Well, was an addict, and she's tough as nails, which again, like soft center. And so I think it'll be a cool thing to watch her develop into that, because you see it a little bit in the pilot where she kind of has the softness coming on, and I think she's a product of her environment, where she grew up and where she's from. And so I think that's cool.
We was talking a little bit about the diversity of the cast, and how important do y'all think that is?
Extremely important. I think our world is filled with diversity, and I think TV and film likes to pretend like it's not. So it's nice to be on a show that is showing that, especially in New York of all places. Like, that is diversity for you.
Yeah. Bravo to Fox and Warner Brothers for making a trio like that happen. Me, Lou, and Aurora. And of course, I mean, just mentioning the three of us as far as like the main NYPD trio, but. It's been so great to see how diverse this project has become overall. So,
why do you think that the audience is going to fall in love with this show?
Well, I think that anyone can imagine what it would be like to find out your parents, have done something that you don't agree with, or that the world doesn't agree with, and how you might react to that. Whether you're a serial killer, or your parents are serial killers, or anything else, and I think. Part of the joy is just finding out how human beings deal with struggles like that, common struggles, potentially. So.
Is there anything else that you want to say about the show?
I just think it's really fun. Yeah, I think people are going to have fun, and it's scary, and it's dark, but he's funny. It's funny.
She's funny, too.
Yeah.
We're funny together.
There you go.
And yeah, we kick down doors and stuff as well.
There you go. We all like that. Action.
Love a kick down.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.